We've heard the phrase before, it takes a village to raise a child. Never was anything more true. That is the idea behind one of Atlantic Canada's most popular parenting projects, 100 Moms, 100 Tips, 1 Million Reasons. Now, this blog was created by Doreen Coady after a difficult journey raising her own child. At the age of just 16, Doreen's son, Michael, was involved in a snowboarding accident that left him a quadriplegic. 10 years later, inspired by her own parenting journey, Doreen created this project. She joins me now in studio just ahead of Mother's Day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming from Halifax to Toronto to talk to us, Doreen.
Thank you so much for having me here.
This is so cool. This is not just your typical blog that you might find on the internet.
Right.
This is a whole group of moms that have come together with their tips about how to make it through this crazy journey that is parenting. This is a passion project for you. So how do you even get started with something like this? How did all the moms come together?
Well, one of the things that surprised me is that a lot of moms are really hesitant and they have so much self-doubt. So initially I asked just 100 moms to participate, and many of them they weren't sure they did it right. They weren't sure that they had any advice. So I began to broaden my search, and I think it became a much better project. I have a lot of people that I don't know. I posted it on social media and asked people to get involved. I have moms ranging in age from 17 to 88.
Oh my gosh.
And they're diverse in terms of, they're all 1,000 tips are very different. They cover everything from pregnancy to empty nest. And so the tips are diverse and the moms are diverse. And I'm so fortunate that they would trust me with a piece of their story and such a personal journey. And they took the time and dug through it all and pulled together their best. Yeah.
Doreen, you mentioned empty nesting, and like I'm in the thick of toddlerhood now, but we know that we give everything to these kids and then they have to leave. And for you, that's been the hardest part. What do you tell moms who are dealing with empty nesting?
It's the hardest part and the biggest surprise.
Yeah.
Because I found parenting to be a struggle, and I thought about someday I'll be free. And then when I was free, it was really quiet and lonely, and I didn't know what to do with my time. And people asked me, how did I raise such a great kid? And I wanted to be able to answer that. And so I started to journal and write, and through that, I started to develop my own tips and thought it could be a much more solid project if I could find other moms to share their tips as well.
We got some of these quotes here, Doreen. I was so busy preparing him for adulthood, I was unprepared when he got there. It's so true. I mean, these quotes that talk about being lonely later. You don't expect that, and I know moms who are going through the same thing are going to read this and think, hey, I'm not alone in this. I'm not alone at all. When we talk about social media, it is a place where people can come together. They can see kind of a manicured image, and instead, your group of moms, hopefully I can also add to this with the post that I put on social media last night. We as moms can come together and say, you know what? It's not all perfect, and that's okay. And we can support each other, and we can be there to lift each other up, to say, even when you screw up, even when you think you're a bad mom, you're not a bad mom. Yeah, you have other moms who are there for you. And I think you agree that it's about the community.
I think a lot of times the moms who feel they're not doing a great job are doing the best job.
Yeah.
And social media has been so great. I've gained such access to so many people, and other people have been able to access me. So everything has grown a lot. Ariana Huffington messaged me, and I'm now writing for Thrive Global. And I'm doing a column in my community, and I'm on national TV. And when Oprah's looking for me, she doesn't need to buy a stamp or pay for a long-distance call. I'm right at everybody's fingers. Yeah. And I was able to access a lot of leadership from people who were successful and watching some motivational content. So when people share their content, it's been lifting me to do what I'm doing. And I hope that sharing this content will do the same for moms who are feeling alone.
This is awesome.
And they'll be able to curl up and get a little break or a tip or a fun antidote, and just realize that there's 100 moms who took time to share legacy and experience with them.
And Doreen, it's not just moms, it's dads too, that you're also reaching out to. You've got a book in the works. I mean, this doesn't end here.
Yeah, I started working on a dad book. The mom book was so great and so well received. And the dad book is exciting too. My oldest dad is 95.
Wow.
And I have some dads who are incarcerated, some dads who work for justice. So I'm really excited about the development. And I plan to spend more time on that at the end of the year. And right now I'm just in the final editing of this project, and I'm loving the growth. And I've never received any negative feedback. So the content has really been well received.
Awesome.
And it's just very exciting.
Well, it's very exciting for us to have you here to showcase something that is so important to Atlantic Canada, to all of Canada, all of the moms out there. We need voices like yours, so thank you.
Thank you.
Doreen's information on our blog, or on her blog, on her passion project, it will be on our website. I'll tweet out the link as well. We'll be right back.